Girlfriend, have you ever wondered why confidence is important? Well, we're going to get to the bottom of this in today's video, so we will see you on the other side. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, otherwise known as Ingafay, and I am a beauty enthusiast. And today we're going to talk all about confidence. Well, three key things that we're going to discuss. We're going to find out why, or really how can you improve your confidence. We're going to talk about how to regain lost confidence. And then last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about how much confidence plays into you being successful or really contributing to you being successful. All right, let's do this, shall we? Well, let's get into this, girl. So, confidence is something that I feel that is very important for all of us to have for us to reach our desired goals. So, let's talk about how to improve confidence. And one of the first things I want to discuss today is basically talking about looking good. I really feel that people are more confident when they feel good in their skin. It's something about when you have on a certain dress, or you really are having something on or wearing something that's really accentuating all of your God given positives, that you just feel good. You're just confident in your skin. Now, I know oftentimes people don't think that this is something that's important, but I truly do, because granted, it is a superficial act, but it does have some true internal gain when you know that you look good. It's just a certain air that you have about you. The energy that you bring off is so positive and magnetizing that people want to be around you. You feel like you can pretty much do anything because you have made it a point to really take the time to accentuate all of your God-given positives. I can remember growing up, my mom and I used to have this little ritual that we did, that anytime I bought a new dress or had a new outfit, I would pray this certain song. And it was by In Vogue, and I can't think of the name of the song right now. I know the basically the lyrics were "It ain't over until the fat lady sings," and it was just basically a very upbeat, confident song. And I know when I played it, my mom knew that I was coming out, so it's almost like I was coming out on a runway when this particular song was played. And it was because I had this new outfit, or I had this new dress that I really felt that I looked good in. And as a result of that, I wanted to parade it for my mother, for her to see. And her famous saying is, "There's no flies on you." And you want to have that experience when someone tells you, "Oh, girl, you look so good," or that color looks so good on you, or it just it just lights you up when they see you in that color. It just does something for you. It just makes you feel so good inside. So if there are any things that I could highly recommend people to do to feel more confident, is to do something that really accentuates their God-given positives and helps them truly feel good in the skin, whether it be a new lipstick, whether it be a eye color, making sure they have the right foundation shade, anything like that. I am just truly believe that you're just going to feel better about yourself and feel like you can do more because you feel good. So, before we go on to how to regain a loss of confidence, I want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We upload a video every Tuesday for your viewing pleasure and don't want you to miss a beat. So, make sure you subscribe. So, now we just talked about the importance of looking good and how that's a superficial act but does have internal gain. But I also want to talk about how to regain loss of confidence, because when you look good, you also feel good. So you have this internal gain that's then going to be an external blessing. And we're going to talk about that now. So when you feel good, it's like your mental mindset. Your mindset is so much different because you feel better about yourself. I call it kind of a prerequisite to build your courage muscle, because when you feel good, when you step in a room, you can do things that you weren't able to do if you weren't having that same kind of feeling, whether it's speaking in front of a group of folks, or maybe asking questions in a setting that would allow you to really express yourself. It increases your courage. I guess that's the best way I can say it. It helps you build that courage muscle. And I know personally for me, I like to put myself in uncomfortable situations, because the more that I do that, the bigger my courage muscle becomes. So when it happens when I'm not expecting it, I can rely on those experiences that I had before and knew that I was successful in, and knew that I could do that again as a result of those experiences. And I think oftentimes when it comes to confidence or even courage, people don't put themselves in those uncomfortable situations. So when they happen, they're not able to really believe that they can get through it. One thing that comes to mind for me is I was on a podcast. I was actually a podcast guest, and the host had given me a list of questions that he was going to ask me. And when I got on the podcast, he asked me none of those questions. Now, I know back in the day that probably would have really freaked me out, because I made it a point to, make sure that I knew the answers to the questions that he was planning, at least I thought he was planning to ask me. But when he didn't do that, it didn't throw me off, because I had put myself in an uncomfortable situation similar to that before, and knew that I could see it through, because the things that he was asking me, I guess he was just kind of going freestyle based on the information that I had given him. And being that I knew what I was talking about at that particular time, it was really easy for me to make that switch. But it was only because I had done that in the past. So for those of you that are looking for ways to be more confident, it's really just to kind of put yourself out there and know that those little small wins that you have are going to help you build your courage muscle, so that you can do it and not feel that nervousness or uneasiness when it comes to doing that kind of thing again. In addition to that, I can think of another time where I did a pitch competition almost a month ago. And it was from that competition that I felt like I could just, say my pitch and not have any worries about saying it. But it was because I put myself in that competition and made it a point to practice and do the things that I needed to do to really increase my confidence by practicing and repeating and writing down the things that I was going to talk about. So then when it came time for me to do it, I was able to. So being prepared is definitely something that you want to do. And then being able to be comfortable in the uncomfortable is another key thing that will allow you to have that internal gain, but then have it be an external blessing. So I'm curious, when is the last time that you put yourself in an uncomfortable position? Girlfriend, let us know down in the comments. We would love to hear from you. So now I wanted to talk about how much confidence contributes to success. We talked about looking good, we talked about feeling good, but one of the things that I really think being confident helps you do is to do more. You're able to put yourself in that uncomfortable situation. You're able to be more creative and innovative, because you're not so worried about trying to be a part of status quo, that you're willing to go outside the box. And those people that are able to go outside the box are the ones that are going to really change things around. I mean, you think about like the iPhone. If we were still having the little flip phones that we used to have, it was somebody's thinking outside the box that led them to do something different, that helped them to create the iPhone. So think about it like that. Use your innate gifts and make it a point to use your innate gifts to really build something beautiful, and know that in your heart of hearts that you're doing something that's going to help other folks, because you are doing and using what you were given to use. Oftentimes I think people try to be like someone else, but no one can do you better than you. So it's very important for you to rock yourself, rock you, be the best. In my case, Inga or Ingafay or whoever's watching this today, to be the best you, so that when it comes down to you feeling confident about yourself, it'll allow you to do different things better than what you did before. Another person that comes to mind to me that I recently saw a story on was George Michael. and it was saying how shy and insecure he was before his buddy, that I can't think of the guy's name, a part of Wham, when they created the group. And he was so grateful for his childhood friend to really help him come out of his shell. He was only able to create all the music and write all the lyrics for his various songs was because his friend was there with him. So sometimes you need a buddy to come along with you, or a girlfriend to come along with you, to really help you do some of the things that you're scared to do. So if it requires you to do that, girl, go ahead and do that, and make it a point to step out of your shell and be the best you that you can be, because nobody can do you better. So I hope that this was a blessing to you today. If you need any help with your look, like your foundation or your lipstick or anything that you want to do that really rocks your God-given attributes so you can use your innate gifts to be the best you can be, by all means, connect with me via the Deets call. I'll have that down in the description where we can connect and find out how I can help you work through any different beauty woes that you have, so you can be confident in the best you that you can be. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.